about humanity, love, and how you're supposed to be human. It is like a campaign and a support for our brother who passed away and actually killed and assassinated in a very bad, wrong way. As a human being, such a incident really is supposed to move us. That is why I'm here today trying to share with you how we supposed to be humans, how to be humans. That is why today here we are talking about that. How to be human. How to be human. Today we're here. How to be human and to love each other. And to love each other. How to be human. How to be human. Hello everyone. Today I'm here trying to discuss and talk with you in regard of discrimination. Discrimination and how you're supposed to be human. Discrimination and how you're supposed to be human. Our talk today is about humanity. About humanity. Really, we are in 21st century, but unfortunately till now, like we are before history era, and we are like in that which is called the stone era, the primitive era, back in history, where we suppose really to appreciate each other and to suppose to understand and to realize and appreciate our own humanity. But unfortunately, really we are not appreciating who we really are as a human beings. Still now 2020, but still people can't respect each other as a human beings. That is why I'm here today trying to share with you really some talks about humanity and how we supposed to be human. Lovely, beautiful evening, everyone who is watching me and seeing me today, and I do thank you for your own time being with me here in this humanitarian cause and the campaign. Actually, I call it campaign because we supposed to appreciate our own humanity. That is why we are here today discussing certain things about humanity. In the beginning, really, in this life, nobody ever, never selected his own father or mother. Your own parent, nobody chooses his own parents or her own parents. Nobody chooses his own skin. Nobody chooses his or her own gender, male or female. Nobody chooses to be wrong, to be tall or to be short. Even though nobody chooses and had the right in order to select his or her own name. Nobody. So I will start from the discrimination of gender. Some people, especially some men, and I don't call them men because a real man will never discriminate other human beings because of her own gender. Some people, they will say, oh, you are just only a woman. You are just only a woman. What? So what? Only a woman. She didn't choose in order to be a woman. And you yourself, you didn't choose to be a man. So that is kind of discriminations that it need to be stopped. Because being a man or being a woman, that is who you are as a human being. And we're supposed to stop that kind of discrimination. You are only a girl or you are only a woman. No, it shouldn't be that way. It's supposed to be kind of respect for who we really are. Because nobody, as I said, selected his own gender or her own gender. In addition, our own color, nobody will select that. They said, if really the choice was for a man in order to use his or her own personality, would have selected something to be perfect. That is why we have to realize this. Okay? So you can be proud of something, but not to the point where you discriminate, underestimate, and to have degradation, segregation against others. Because you didn't select your own skin, you didn't select your own parent, you didn't select your own region, you didn't select your own race, you didn't select your own gender. All those things you found it ready, which was given to you by God, a person who created you. God the Almighty, that power created you. So you suppose appreciate what you have, the same time appreciating what other people have. But you cannot discriminate other people because you didn't select this color. Your own color you did not select. That is what we have to realize. So the idea of discrimination, the idea of discrimination is ignorance. It's really ignorance. A real ignorance, a complex ignorance. Why? Because sometimes we find even some educated people, they're ignorant. So what does that mean? That means even that person, the educated person who's using discrimination, is not educated. He or she has no awareness. That is what we're supposed to realize. That is what we're supposed to realize. A real educated man will never use discriminations against others. Because, as I said, really, he or she will know that nobody ever had the right in order to select his own skin or his own name or his own country. Nobody. You see? So all people, they found that. It was by destiny they found all those things. That is why the idea of discrimination, it is start from the family. It will start from the family. You see? So the parents, mother and a father, that the one whom they will raise their own child. How to respect or how to discriminate? It will start from the family. And how it will start from the family? Sometimes it could be as a brainwash. The parents will teach their own child and even warning them or even saying bad words about other color. Okay? The parents, they may do that. And then also, if they did not, even if they did not do that, at least they will try to to speak about other people's race in front of their own child, so the child will record that. Yes, sure, my dear, but after I will finish, I will give you a chance in order to share with me. Okay? Sure, no problem. You can have the chance, my dear. Okay? So the discriminations will be taught by the parents, whether by directly as a way of teaching and giving warnings and saying bad words about other race, or they will talk in front of their own child badly about other race. So the child will record that in the back of his mind or her mind, okay, unconscious mind. So when we'll grow up, all those things will come out and he will use it again. A child really will be born with innocent heart, with a pure heart, with a clear mind. Then the parent will pollute, contaminate that mind and that heart. A child will never know his own race or even gender or religion. His own religion also will not know, but parents will teach that child about those things. And this is, as I said, the start of discrimination, especially when the parents, they will talk in a very bad way about these things with their own child. Through the history, discrimination started through certain things. It was through wars, okay? Whenever there is war, so other people, they will arrest and capture some people and then keep them as hostages with them. Then they will enslave them and use them. So when two countries or two tribes, before they were fighting each other, they will just capture, they will just arrest and take some people as hostages. Then from there will be kind of discrimination between this nation and this nation. The one that won the war and those whom they lost. This is one thing. The other thing, it was also like in a history through poverty. Some people were really very poor. Then the rich people, they will use them in order to be as laborers. So then they will find way in order to enslave them and use them as their own slaves. Okay? One day, it wasn't even about the color, because we saw in European history that some European countries were like enslaving other European countries. It was only, as I said, through wars, okay, and fighting each other. Although they were one color, but the difference of their own tongue, it will make other country in order to invade the other country and use those people as slaves. Okay, so it wasn't about color. Even in Arab history, that was happening too. A tribe will invade other tribe and use those people as slaves too. And there will be discriminations between the other country and the other tribe, sorry. Even this, like now, it's with like levels. A country against country, but also within the country. Within one country also there is discriminations. Like those whom are in north against those whom are in south. Those whom are in east against those are in west. So from district to district also, or from city to city also, there is discrimination. People, they will discriminate each other. In addition, also, as I said, in those sport tournaments, the athlete tournaments, like sometimes football, this football team against this football team, the fans of this football team against this football team. And we saw it happens even in Europe. It happens, like, you know, two famous teams, they will have a final match. So the two fans of this team and this team, if one team is lost, the other team, they will try to have a fight and have a discrimination. That is also part. Another part of discrimination is that through the job title and positions. Some people, they will say, we are educated in this level, so we will not go and sit with those people that are really not educated. Or I'm in this position, okay, so I will not sit with that person who is from this position. That is also part of discrimination. But unfortunately, really, it is so sad sometimes when you find these kind of discrimination happens from a society that consider itself a religious society. This is really very bad. Whatever kind of religion that they follow, I don't know, Islam, Christianity, or whatever, they will use this kind of discrimination against other nation of their own nation. If you do really believe in what you believe, the one that you pray for is supposed have taught you something about humanity. But if you are not following that, which is mean you are hypocrite. Really. Because how come you pray in order to be closer to God and clear and cleanse yourself, but at the same time you are just using those bad words and actions against other race? This is really very bad. This is really very bad, and we're supposed to stop that. Yes, my dear, hi, good evening. There will be chances that you can talk later. I will bring you on camera if you would like to talk about religion or to talk about discrimination. Okay, so all religions really guided people in order to respect each other, to respect their own differences, not only about the race and color, but also about the religion itself. I don't think a real religion will guide other or will guide the follower, okay, in order to go and attack other people because of the difference of their own religion, verbally or even with any kind of weapons. Because that is the freedom of belief. That is the freedom of belief. You see? So that is why, if really those religious society, they are saying that we are a religious society and we are really closer to God, you know, they have to check check themselves, and they have to find those verses or even commandment which will teach them in order to respect other human beings. That is what we have to do. You see, Because you cannot say that really, I'm a devoted Christian, and at the same time, you will go and attack other Christian because he or she is black or whatever color it is. That is bad. That is totally bad, really. We're supposed to respect each other. And as I said, religions guide people in order to respect other human beings, regardless of their own color or even regardless of their own belief to what you believe. That is what the commandment of God is teaching people. You see? Even if it is in Islam, Islam did not guide other people, guide Muslims in order to hate other Muslims because of their own color. You see? Because there are also verses telling people that you have to respect other human beings and all people are equal. There is no difference between them. You see? So, all people are created equal. And religions do approve that. And even it is one of the principles in religions that people are created equal as a human beings. So if no one is believing that, that means he or she has an issue with humanity and life itself. Because as I said earlier, nobody selected his own skin, a color of skin, or even his own tribe, his own name or gender, or where you belong to. You didn't choose. You found yourself. You found yourself. Even if you will be proud of that, at least if you will be proud of that, you're supposed to be proud also about other people for who they really are, but not to be kind of discriminative person. That is totally wrong and totally bad. Really unacceptable. Unacceptable at all. Some societies even they're using discrimination like unseen discrimination. Unseen discrimination. How is that? That is through the opportunities like job opportunities, position opportunities, and even trade opportunities, trade and commerce. Like if there is any kind of deal, they will not give it to one of those against their own race or not from their own race. Even in positions, they will just try to use nepotism or favoritism. And that is bad, really, because the competition and the conditions, the measurement in jobs, positions, and other opportunities of commerce and trade is supposed to be by qualification and fair enough. That is how it's supposed to be. If you are really qualified in order to take this job, you're supposed to take it by your own qualifications, not only because of the color of your skin. And that is unseen discrimination. Some nations are using that kind of bad, negative, unseen discrimination. While other countries, yes, there is seen discrimination, which is really very obvious from time to time. But those countries, they are really have the power and the will of the law in order to stop those people. And the whole nation, they will go out in order to speak loudly and very comfortably about discrimination. But other nations, they can't. They can't. Because they don't accept to talk about that. Although these kind of discriminations is available. unseen seen discriminations, unseen seen discriminations, where people they live it and believe it even. So such unseen discriminations, or even discriminations in general, especially the unseen one, that is why it is easy that you will find it. You will find the country is really backward. There is no any technological advancement, no scientific advancement, and the people or the nation are living in poverty and ignorance, where there is wars and there is like sickness, illness, a very lower economy. And the passport of the country, you will find it like under the hundreds, you see. It's like, I mean, very lower passport because of all those discriminations and the wrong qualifications that for people they will be given chances for job positions and even commerce and trade, you see, where there will be no any good infrastructure. The infrastructure, it will be destroyed, okay, very bad infrastructure. There is no any tourism, there is no even sport, okay. So that is kind of bad, that is kind of bad aspect of discrimination. So this color, it will not distinguish you as a human being in order that you will be smart. Being smart is not about color. Being smart is about mind. Being smart is about mind. Yes, the color, it will distinguish you as a human being. This is your own color. But it will not for you as a qualified person, as well-aware person. It's not about color at all. It's not about color. That is why people, they have to realize and understand the importance of brotherhood, the importance of oneness of humanity. That is what people have to understand. And people also have to understand that any human being has dignity. The dignity for all human beings, and that all are appreciated regardless of their color of skin, regardless of their own religion, regardless of their own name or their own gender. All people are created equal, and they have the equal rights and opportunities, and to be appreciated as a human beings. That is what people have to respect and understand. That is what people have to respect and understand. In a time where people, a very rare people, have a good conscience and awareness, and the most people, we can say, are really sometimes using discriminations, or being positive, we have to say very few people whom are just conscienceless. They don't have any conscience, and they use any means in order to get their own aims, and mainly discriminate and segregate and separate between people by color and the difference of religion or tribe or race in order to gain some interest. Such a people are not people, because they will not be a real human being will do that for other people. I mean, to let people kill each other and discriminate each other because you have any mundane interest that you want to get it out of life. There will be no real human being with a pure heart and good mind who will do that. And this mind, it's not good mind, it's bad mind if you are using such a ways in order to discriminate and separate between people because of any kind of interest, you are not a human being, really. Because true human beings always have goodness deep within. You see? So, and we have really some good examples of good leaders whom they did not use other discrimination to stop discrimination, like Nelson Mandela. Oh, Nelson Mandela. The long journey to freedom. He was born in 19th century, okay? But, and even the discrimination started in 16th century, okay? So he came after all those centuries and he stopped, okay? In less than 1 century, he stopped the discrimination that was happening for centuries, because he was a man of vision. And that is, you will be a visionary when you think differently. And humanity will raise you up. That is why, till now, today, Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King, and Malcolm X, and Muhammad Ali Clay or Gandhi are being remembered. Why? Because they were thinking different. Even in Islam, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, also he should still be remembered because he also fought against discrimination. And when he immigrated from one place to another, he brought some people together to live as a brothers. That is what will make you unique and a real human being as a visionary person, especially within this time. Yeah, you can speak out loud that there is discriminations and to use all the available efforts in order to stop that kind of discrimination. But for you, as one of good human being belong to that nation, you don't need in order to use a discrimination in return in order to stop it. No, you want to use peace and love, not hate. So that kind of hate will not be stopped by another hate in return. It only can be stopped by love. That is why they say a fire will not put out fire. The fire will be put out by a water. That is how love will stop discrimination. And I do remember Martin Luther King, he said, whether we live together as brothers or we die all as fools. Whether we live together as brothers or we die all as fools. We have to remember this very well, really. And even Nelson Mandela, what he said, Nelson Mandela, he said, hate is like drinking a poison in order to kill your enemy. Hate is like drinking a poison in order to kill your enemy. And even the day that he was released from the jail after 27 of prisoning, he said, once he got out of the prison, he said, if I did not leave my hate behind me, I would still be in a jail. You see? So that is why we cannot fight hate by another hate. We need to use love. we as a human beings, we supposed to search for a common ground, those things which will bring people together, those things which will bring people together. There are so many common things that people they share in one country as a nation. So we have to say to other people about them, so that people they can love each other. But we cannot separate people. I do remember really even Gandhi said, when he was given the opportunity or even the suggestion in order to separate India in 1947, they told him that, and then he said, I can allow you to torture my body and to cut it into pieces, but I will not allow you to separate my people. That is what he said, one of his sayings. You see, so that is why they will not be other human being, a real human being that would like to separate other human beings, no matter what, because what brings people together is far important than what separates them. At last, if you separate people, where they will go? They will be very down on the same earth, you see. So how come? How do you separate them? Why? There is a sky here, there is a sky there. So that is what we supposed to think about. And then we supposed also to share the values of tolerance, love, peace, and bringing people together. And that people, they have their own rights for who they are, tribe, or even skin. You see? That is what we're supposed to think about. Okay? That is what we're supposed to think about. In addition, also, very important thing, at schools and universities, people have to be taught how to stay connected and how they are one and all together, and no one is different from the other one. This is what we supposed really we have to know about discrimination. As I'm saying, really discrimination is very bad, and it will not lead people to prosperity and progress. It will always lead people backward in order to live in more poverty and ignorance, where there will be no safety, where there will be no security, and no peace at all, no solidarity, and no solidarity, okay? And there will be no coexistence. People, they will always fight each other and ready to kill each other. And that is not the good environment for humanity in order to flourish. And really, if people knew how life short it is, even shorter than a blink of an eye, no one will try always to use discrimination and separate between people and segregate between them and use any bad words in order to to underestimate someone, because life is really very important and the time is important too. That is why today we are here, and we don't know. Tomorrow we may not be. You might be leaving this hour, and the coming hour, who knows, you will be gone. So that is why people have to be aware about life, aware about their own choices that they make and the decisions that they take, especially in regard of discrimination and humanity. All people are created equal, and they have to be equal. This is what we have to think about always, and this is what we supposed to share with other people. And all of us whom are listening to me and watching me, I do really thank you for your own time, and I will tell you, all of you, you are messengers of love and humanity. All of you are responsible in order to share the message of love and humanity. This is what we supposed to do as a human beings, and this is how we supposed to live too. And I know and I expect really that all of you, and I believe you are very good human beings whom are sharing good messages to humanity. So we have to stop the messages of hate and any material of hate, and to be ourselves a good role model, sharing peace, sharing love, and staying in love with people. As I'm always saying, really, for me, growing up in my own house, my father, he never taught me to discriminate other people. Even my mom, they were always telling me in order to love other human beings and to respect other human beings. And this is kind of message that we need to carry with us always, and to be the good role model, and to be the goodness that people on earth are waiting always. I do thank you for your own lovely, beautiful time staying with me here. May God bless you, and may God bless the whole world. So now the chance for those whom they would like to comment, or anyone who would like to bring them on camera, I'm ready to bring them in order to share this message, because as I am saying, really the world is just now is going really in a very wrong direction, and this is like a campaign or even a reminder for each other. So we would like our own messages in order to be heard and to stop, or at least to help stop that kind of message of hate, where people they share and kill each other for nothing, just because of the color of his skin, or because of the difference of their own religion or their own sect or their own gender. So we are here in order to remember who we really are as a human being, and to live as a good human beings and a very good role models. So if anyone would like to come online, no problem, I can bring them so that they can share with me and talk a bit about discrimination. I guess Mr. Marwan earlier, he asked that if you are there, you can just ask the request. I can bring you, or even let me see who Nasruddin, our brother Nasruddin, our brother Nasruddin, our brother, yeah, Mansour here. Let us bring this. Marwan, I can't see you, Marwan. Let me see if here. Our brother Mansour, you can request. Mansour, you can request again, Marwan. You can request because you know here I guess there is to ask to bring you on camera, Mr. Marwan. You can ask to bring you on camera from here, because it's not showing me here, Mr. Marwan. Let me see here, Mr. Marwan. Mr. Marwan, I'm trying really to bring you on camera, but it's not showing me here, so you have to request. You have to request to bring you on camera. Dear Mom Velda, if you are there also, I can bring you on camera in order to speak a bit about discrimination. Or Dia Nasraddin, if you are there, you can ask also to bring you on camera. Or Abdul Aziz, or anyone, if he has a comment or would like to share something about discrimination, I'm there to listen to you, and even so that you can share. If someone would like to come on camera, he can just tell me. Mr. Awadallah Bashir, we were talking about discrimination, and as I said, really I can just give more summarize that how you're supposed to be human and to respect your own humanity, that nobody in this life selected his own parent or her own parent, or the color of their own skin, sorry, or even their own gender, or their own height, that they're like tall or short. Nobody selected to be that. Even their own name, nobody selected his own name. Okay, so the idea of discrimination really is like an ignorant idea. Okay, and even it's like a complex idea. Why? Because I'm saying that some people are really very educated, they have higher education certificate, but they're still even using that kind of discrimination with them. Yes, my dear Marwan, but it's not showing me here to bring you on camera. I don't know, I guess you need to I guess you need to request, because here like or even you need to log out and log in again, so that I can bring you, because here I'm trying, but it is not showing at all. Really, I'm trying in order to bring you on camera, but it is not showing me here at all. Let me try again to see if possible. Marwan, it's not showing me here, Marwan. It is not showing me here really in order to bring you on camera. Let me see again if it can bring you. Try again, Mr. Marwan. So you see, it's like, as I said, nobody selected. Then the discrimination is start from the family, that nobody, even when he or she will be born, knows his own color or identity or religion or the race or the tribe, even man or woman, but the family, they will teach them that. You see, so sometimes some families directly they will teach their own child in order to discriminate and use segregation against other people, and sometimes even they will do that in indirect way, through like talking in front of their own child badly about certain race or people, so the child will record that in the back of his own mind, and then later on when he or she grow up, then they will try to to bring all those bad things again over in order to speak about them. So throughout the history, the discrimination and segregation, it happens through different things, like through the war. When people, they will be in war with other people, they will try to capture and take some people as a hostage, then they will enslave them. Or even it was about poverty, when some people were really very poor and other people are rich, so they will bring them as a labor and then they will use them in a very wrong way. And it wasn't even about color, because as I said, even some European countries before, they had kind of discrimination between each other in related to war and fighting with each other, although they were one color but different languages, but still they were fighting each other. And the other country, when it will invade other country, they will bring some people as a slave with them, you see. So it wasn't about color. And even as I said, within one city, okay, within one city or even one country, there is discriminations. Those whom are living in north, and those whom are living in south, and those whom are living in west, and those whom are living in east. So all those people, when they will come together, like sometimes they will have kind of discrimination, not only about the place, but also about the dialect itself, the way that they speak, you see. So there are levels of discriminations. In addition, also, like in sport, sometimes you will find like one team against other team, the fans, they will have kind of discrimination against each other. So this is also a very bad discriminations. In addition to that clear, obvious discriminations, the gender discrimination, sometimes in some countries, like a female will be paid lower or less than her other partner at work, a man. You see, that is also part of discrimination. And some also, they will always try to say that you are only a woman, you are only a girl. But what is the problem? What is it? What is the problem there if really she is a woman, okay, and you are a man? There is no problem there, because at last people are equal and they're supposed to appreciate each other. So even in Arab countries before, back in the history, also tribes were having fight against each other. They were fighting against each other, and then also when they will fight, then they will take some people and enslave them. This is also back in the history. But really, it's really very a bad thing when you find that some nations whom are considering their self as a very devoted society religiously, then they will use discrimination. Any kind of religion, Christianity or Islam or Judaism. So if you do believe really in that religion and you accept it deeply, so I don't think really there is a religion in life, any kind of religion that is just like guiding their own follower in order to go and speak badly about other nation, you see, because the difference of their own skin. So if there is white Christians, that Christianity did not tell them that you have to go against the black community, or vice versa. So even if there is like black Muslims or even other white Muslims, Islam did not tell you, oh, white Muslims, go and just discriminate the black Muslims. No, it's not like that. You see, because all religions guided people in order to respect other human beings and to appreciate them, and that every human being has a dignity and all people are created equal. And that is what people have to know about. So even in some countries, discrimination is not really very seen. As I say, there is unseen discrimination, which is in terms of job opportunities and positions, and also it's like the opportunities of trade and commerce, and even the authorities, you see. So that kind of discrimination really always will drive country back, because if you have a very qualified person from one race and you don't have the same person to in your own race, then you shouldn't neglect this person, a qualified person, and to give the position to someone who is not qualified. Then you will destroy a country. That is why now we see some countries that they're really they don't have any good infrastructure, and they don't have technological industries, or even they are not advanced in science, and always they're suffering from war and poverty and ignorance and sickness. That is all because of these kind of unseen discrimination, you see. Because at last, wherever you will go to any other country, they will not estimate you or even give you appreciations because of your own tribe or the color of skin, but it is because of your own country, the passport that you will hold and have in your hand, you see. So that is why people, they have to think in a different way about this, because the color of your skin is not going to make you different mentally. It's not about that, you see. That is not about this. It's really very different. And even the color is not exception. As I said, if you are white, death will not say that you are white, I will not take you, you see, or you will not die. Or even if you are black, you will not say I'm black, I'm not going to die because I'm black. That is not, because it is only one death, and people are really very equal. That is why people have to know the importance of the brotherhood, the oneness of humanity, and that everyone have to believe in the respect and the dignity of other human being. But unfortunately, really very few people nowadays, they use this kind of discrimination and segregation, you see, against each other. That is why Martin Luther King said, whether we live together as brothers or we die all as fools, you see. So, and discriminations will not be fought by other discriminations in return. If you want to fight discrimination, so you have to use other tools, not only also to be discriminative yourself. So as a wise human beings, we supposed to share messages of love, respect, and tolerance, that all of us, we are equal and we deserve equal opportunity, and we are all together as a human beings. That is what I say today about being human and the message about discrimination. I'm still waiting for you. Dear Marwan, actually, as I told you, I tried, but I don't know. I'm trying to bring you, but it's not showing me here really any kind of sign. So you have to request. I don't know. You have to request that bring me on camera, or otherwise, as I said, just log out, Mr. Marwan. You can log out and log in again and try to join me so that I can just bring you on camera, because I'm trying here, but it's not showing me any kind of you see, it's not showing really. You have to ask, my dear. You have to ask, Mr. Marwan. You have to ask, or at least accept the invitation I sent. Okay, you can accept it. Okay, because here I'm trying really to bring you, to add you, but it is not showing. It's not showing at all. You have to request. Mr. Marwan, you have to request to bring you on camera. I wanted even really to bring, if she's there, dear Mom Velda, but I guess maybe she's away, because she's there and she's in United States, and she can even talk a bit about discrimination and the efforts that she's doing always in order to stop discrimination and to share the message of love and peace. Hello, dear. Yes, Najmuddin. Mr. Marwan, I guess you need to request to bring you on camera. It's not showing here really. I'm trying to bring you, but it's not adding at all. Request it again. Hello everyone who is there, who is watching with us this talk today about discrimination. I'm there to listen to you and even to bring you on camera if you would like. Anyone is welcome, or if you have any comment, I'm there. You see, Mr. Marwan, you have Mr. Marwan, would you to click from share? Where is it? The share. Here is not showing really anything. It's not showing anything. I'm trying really, my dear. I'm trying my best. I sent you already invitation. Mr. Marwan, I sent you invitation. But it's not showing me really. I'm trying to add you. I'm trying to add you, but it's not showing here. You see? Let me try again. It is not showing, Mr. Marwan. So if anyone would like to comment, as I said, or would like to speak a bit about discrimination, the platform is yours. The platform is yours. I'm here to help you let your voice be heard, and at least that you did something. At least you did something today, something good, in order to bring people together. Who knows, maybe you will say something even I didn't mention here, or even you will say it in a different way, where the message could be spreaded in a very wonderful way. So the platform is yours. The platform is yours. Mr. Marwan, really, we found it difficult in order to bring you online. We found it difficult in order to bring you online. Mr. Marwan. Let me try from here. Try to request Mr. Marwan. The discrimination is like cancer, very easy to catch up and very hard to cure it. Really, that is true. That is true, really. That is why I'm saying every one of us is a messenger that to share a message of love and a message of peace. You see? So based on what you said, really, that is what is supposed to happen. That is what is supposed to happen. I mean, to be in charge of ourselves, you know, to be in charge ourselves. It's not showing any Marwan, really. Marwan, I'm trying, but it's not showing me. Anyone who can help us? Anyone can help us? I sent through Messenger the message. Let us see if you can check from there. I already sent you the attachment from there. If you can log in from there. So anyone who would like to share today something about anyone who would like to come online? About yes, really, Mr. Marwan. But I guess I don't know. But if you can log out and log in again, because also I tried to, to share it with you from there, and it is not showing. I already invited you. You can accept the invite. You can accept the invite, Mr. Marwan. You can accept the invite, because I already sent that invite to you, but it is not showing here at all. I'm so sorry really about this technical issue, because I tried a lot, but it is not showing me at all. It's not showing me at all, my dear Marwan. Try for one more last time. Otherwise, I will be for some time, and then I will log out, because nobody would like to say something, and then it would be enough that I shared with you what I had today for you. Some minutes, and then I will log out, because we tried really, dear Marwan, but it is not showing any. Let me try to see what will happen. You see, I'm trying to do something here, Marwan, but it's not showing any. You see? You have to request really. Then I can add you, because this is what is showing here. I will show you, my dear. I will show you from here. You see? You have to request. I guess it's from your side, not from my side. Hello, dear Mr. Al-Muayyad. We are here today talking about discrimination. If you would like to come over on camera and say something in regard of discrimination, you are most welcome. As I said, I'm trying in order to give somebody a chance in order to speak a bit about discrimination, and who knows, maybe the message that he will share with the people, the message that he will share with people is going to be even more influential and effective than mine. That is why I'm just trying to give a public yes, Mr. Marwan. Here somebody, he gave us a technical option. He said, let him change his phone setting to allow Facebook to access. Yes. Thank you, dear Mo. Thank you. That is a big help from you. You are trying to help your brother, because who knows, as I said, today maybe he is his own day. You see, his own day to share the message that he would like to share. Do you hear that, Mr. Marwan? I think you need to ask someone who can help you with this. Really, we have somebody also would like to listen to him, but I don't know where is he. Dear Mr. Nasruddin. Dear Nasruddin. Dear Nasruddin. Okay. Do you listen us? Nasruddin, we want you really. I see that I'm following you. You are doing a lot of good work, especially the ambassadors of hope. In addition to to what you share about discriminations, I would be glad if I can hear your voice here. Dear Mr. Nasruddin, I guess now, Mr. Marwan, you knew the problem is from your side over there. You see, I will try. If you did that, I can bring you. Still, still, dear Marwan. One more minute. I'm gonna be there because I guess, Mr. Marwan, we failed in order to bring you on camera to share your own message maybe other time, unless if you did what our brother Mo said, that to change your setting. We are here waiting. We are here waiting for you, dear Marwan. Did you change? Have you changed it, Mr. Marwan? Let me try to see. Dear Mr. Marwan, just one more minute, because I guess we couldn't make it really. One more minute. Discrimination, let us be ambassadors of hope, ambassador to humanity, and share the beauty of life, because life is really too short, and we don't need, in order to have any negative point of view of life where we discriminate or hate other people because of their own race. And that is what we're supposed to think about always. So one last time, if anyone would like to come on camera and to say something about discrimination, I'm here giving you a chance in order to let your voice be heard and to talk to other people in regard of discrimination. And who knows, as I said, maybe what you will say, it will be more effective, you see, not like what I shared with you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As I said, we have only 1 minute. We have only 1 minute now left. So only 1 minute, as I said. Then I'm gonna finish. Yes, dear Mubarak. Okay, you did the setting. Then let me try to bring you then. Still Mr. Mubarak. Still Mr. Marwan. I guess the only thing that, as I said, you need to log out and log in again. You see? Because whenever you will log in, I will show you how it will come. Okay? I can send you a message and show you how it will be seen. Okay? So that you will realize how it will be seen. You see? That is how it will be seen. Hello, dear Mr. Mubarak. Mr. Mubarak, Ricky. We are here today talking about discrimination. If you would like to come on camera and speak about discrimination, you are most welcome. We had like about maybe now 1 hour and a half. We were talking about discrimination, and I had some information and I shared with people. Then I opened the platform and was giving people a chance in order to speak about discrimination. Mr. Marwan? Okay, I will add you. You can share. I added you, Mr. Mubarak. Maybe the network, your side is also a bit of difficult. That is why it's not connecting. It's trying to connect. Trying to connect.